Okay. Now, continuing on, about the fakeness of God, and how it really isn't a matter of what I tell you. You can figure it out yourself. When you get unanswered prayers and you know God isn't really there for you in your life, you'll know. Okay, you'll know because if you felt pain that I felt, and you've been through what I've been through, you would know, and you would feel. I'm not putting aside the bullshit for God, and just like taking 30%, leaving out 70% of the bullshit that God doesn't do. That's not gonna happen. What you always get from me is the absolute truth. Okay, my issues with God is this. Number one, God knows I need a kidney. I need an organ. I've needed an organ now for some time. I've gotten no response from God. Nothing. Not even a prayer answered. Not even felt any or felt easiness at all. Because God has destroyed me for this. A lot of my life has been like Job. Before all this, I had things. I got respect. I didn't have problems. Especially not with women. The way that this woman has destroyed my life. Do not let Ishtar or Esther, or whatever name she goes by, and Nana, whatever, do not let her destroy your life as well. Okay? This is supposed to be my wife. It's supposed to be somebody who cares for me and would be there for me not only in the spirit but in the physical. She is nowhere to be found. A ghost. And she did me wrong the last time I saw her, and I told you this, and I said I won't bother you again. And then I ran cross paths with her again one more time, and I didn't say nothing to her. Like I told you, I was not gonna bother you anymore. And I don't know. She thinks like her shit is like she thinks so highly of herself that she never got turned down by a guy. Like, I'll turn your ass down straight up. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care how good you look either. And I don't care what crown you think you have. I'm snatching it back with my love, dude. That shit belongs to me, dude. You had just been given the exception that I allowed you to wear my crown, to hold my crown. That shit's mine now, dude. That shit's mine now. Yeah, just like the Cybele stone, the Cybele stone. Yeah, that's my stone, dude. That came from my crown, dude. And you ain't my wife. A wife is somebody who is supposed to be there for you in the physical, give you a hug. Just like how my parents are. I told you about my parents. Won't give me a kidney for whatever reason. Turn me down when I asked. I'm your son, dude. I'm supposed to be your son. You're supposed to look out for me, not be a narcissist. My mother always was a narcissist, and I'm never gonna speak to her again in my life. I mark my words. And I told her you're gonna be a memory to me, dude. And that's all she's gonna be. So don't fucking try to threaten me. Oh yeah, one day we're gonna wake up and you're just gonna have pictures to hold. Dude, I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna look at any pictures. I don't have fond memories or good memories of my own parents, dude, even. So I don't know who the fuck your parents were, but God bless them. I hope you enjoy them and honor them. I tried to honor my parents. They dishonored me as a son. Your mother is supposed to be the one you can rely on. Your father, your brother, somebody in your family that be willing to give up an organ so that you could live. What kind of people are supposed to be your parents and your people, but won't even give you a kidney so you could live? So I got to be hooked up to a machine every other day. That's not love. That's not honor, and that's not God. So you could try to twist it and paint it however you want to. Say, oh yeah, I suffer from addiction or something. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck, dude. Big fucking deal, dude. That doesn't mean anything. I smoke a little weed and shit like that, dude. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. None of it. It don't make or break my character, dude, at all. None. I just want to strangle, some people, man. And I hate to sound violent or like sound like I'm that angry. I am angry. I am angry, and I will get angrier. Okay, that's why that bitch better stay away from me. She don't know a fucking thing about me either, and she don't love me, dude. You don't love somebody by fucking not apologizing to them the last time like you saw them, dude. She treated me like shit, dude. Treated me like a bum. The way she acted was like she's too good for me or something like that. You ain't fucking shit, bitch. That's all I gotta say. And the stars obey me, dude. I don't need no God to obey me. The stars obey me, dude. They pay obstinance to me. I never needed you. There was a time where I sought you, man, full-heartedly. You weren't there. I looked around to my left and right. Nobody else was there. And that in itself, man, is it's a lie, man. It's a lie. You didn't put me fucking in no place, dude. You hid me, dude. That's what God tried doing. He tried hiding me. And I'm gonna make sure he doesn't hide me, man. I'm gonna make sure I'm not hidden from the world. Because I have a lot to contribute to the world. And none of which are anything that God has done for me. Sorry, I'm sorry for being honest. That's what I take pleasure in. Yeah, I hope in God's mercy. Don't get me wrong. Strengthen the bars of thy gates, bless thy children within thee. Man, I pray for the children. That's another thing God did. God took away my child, man. And don't you dare say God didn't have the power to give me that child. He did. He does. Or he's just not that powerful. He can't do it. Because he didn't do it. He knows the one thing I prayed for constantly is love and a child, man, and a family. Is that a prayer that fell on deaf ears or something like that? I don't give a fuck, really. I don't. And then he lied about the Mormons, and then Joseph Smith. That was another lie. Dude, I'm never gonna be a Mormon. I'm never gonna get down with the Mormons. Because they said that my brothers were cursed at one point. And then they said, you change your mind, God. God don't change his mind. The real God I serve is the universal God, man. The great spirit, man. The loving spirit, man. He doesn't know anything like that. You're a punk. You're a pussy. You're a Zazel. You move around like a snake because you are a snake. And yeah, that's just the truth, man. In Yeshua HaMashiach's name, man, the Nagid, dude, that's the truth, man. And I'm not going to allow people to say that, oh, they're Jesus or this. You're not Jesus, dog. You're not Jesus Christ. You haven't been christened. You don't have the crystal. I pray for those who are broken in heart, dude. Those who are suffering. Man, I go to a place where there's people missing limbs, arms, legs, dude. Just real sad stuff, man. And to say that God is going to wipe away the tears from their eyes ain't going to happen. It's a lie. God's supposed to wipe every tear from your eye. I cry my eyes out every single day, dude. Every single day, as God is my witness. Does God heal me? Does God ease my pain? No. No, he doesn't. And I'm not going to lie and sit there and say that he is. You guys can stand in agreement to something I disagree with. And I disagree with what I disagree with, man. Just for not any, other reason other than that's what's true. That's what's part of my life. I can't love my mother, man, but she don't love me. I can't be there for a child, man, that you took away. I can't have a wife that doesn't exist and is gone. It doesn't. But yet you have her name attached to mine. I don't want it attached no more. So snap every fucking cord, dude, that is attached to her, dude. It's that simple. I don't want her part of my life. Do you understand? Because that'd be the quicker I can forget her. Okay? All I need to do is just forget her. That's it. And as soon as she's out of your memory, dude, she's out of your brain. She's out of your thoughts. And there's no peace. Do you see any peace? No, you see destruction. No, you see chaos. No, you see chaos magic. No, you see nothing but lies. In the name of God, I look at all these, Pam Bondi and the other girl, what's her name? The other little girl that seems to be mesmerized by Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like blowing Trump or something, dude. Or Trump's got her as a paid prostitute or something. That Caroline Leavitt, They wear crosses around their neck like they're Christians. You're not Christian, dude. You're covering up lies, dude. You're covering up deceit. You're covering up things for your authoritative, godly, really ungodly, really satanic, really Leviathan, really the enemy and the evil one, Donald Trump. They do things in the name of Christianity. This is the problem with Christian nationalism as well. Dude, I ain't scared of going to fucking hell, dude. Because I know it's all bullshit. It's all energy, dude. All of it. And it don't got nothing to do with that cross, because that cross is much more ancient, dude, than you think. Sacred 4 directions, dude. 4 winds. And I was the 4th brother, but I don't got no brothers anymore, man. They're not my brothers. They're enemies, dude. They're enemies, man. I only follow those who are willing to strengthen me and help me. Because that's what we're meant to do as Christians. We're meant to carry each other's burdens. There's no Christians anymore. Christianity is a lie. The religion Christianity is a lie. And if you follow it, you're following the ways of the devil. Straight up. Because it tells lies. It doesn't tell the truth. And has totally tainted and corrupted the real Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Which isn't somebody who was absolutely perfect. No, that wasn't like that. It was just that he really, the humility and, and the Anunnaki had something to do with the crucifixion, which really wasn't even Jesus. Wasn't. Jesus was a shapeshifter. He had his cup removed from God. You want the truth? That's the truth. You want to parade and masquerade as angels and godly people with crosses around your neck like it means something to you? You don't even know what that means. Because we each and everyone has to bear their own cross. Everyone has to bear their own tree. And most of you are dead trees. You're just dead fig trees. You're false fig trees. And all God wants is really a broken heart and a yearning heart, really. And which David had. And David was one of the worst sinners there was. Just the truth. And they had many wives, slept with many, many wives, had many wives, did a lot of nasty, dirty, evil things. They weren't condemned for it. Okay? They didn't have a priest, okay, going to them telling them, you got to go through me. No, you don't have to go through anybody. Everything is already inside of you. And until you wake that up, that lies dormant in you, that DNA, I don't share the same DNA with you guys. I don't share the same outlook as you guys. I don't share the same ideas as you guys. You guys could all rot in hell for all I care. With the exception of the children that dream. With the exception of the children that are innocent. And the women that are innocent. But you, Ishtar, you're a whore. You are a whore. You are a nasty little Jezebel, is what you are. And I caught wind of this a long time ago through other people that know you. I knew you before you even knew that I knew, okay? You still probably don't know all the things that I know about you. I talk to everybody in the streets. I'm out here every day. I know I connected who you are. You got STDs and shit like that. I don't want that shit, man. I want a pure virgin, man. A virgin. And a woman that, doesn't have shit like that. Isn't, hey, man, I got forgiveness in my heart, but you don't. That's the problem. You don't. And until you forgive yourself, man, I forgive you. And I release you and I let you go. And that's that. Amen.